Hi, hello, welcome back and lesson 2. And I hope the fact that you're watching this means that you've had a look at lesson 1 and that you've mastered lesson 1 and you're ready to move on. So lesson 2, we're going to learn the rebound stroke and we're going to just put it in a few exercises, a few different ways of practicing that. Just to recap, the downstroke is we were emphasizing the full lift of the stick. We were saying starting position, full lift, full down, stop it back in the starting position, left hand, downstroke, downstroke, and we got those mastered. Next stroke, the rebound stroke. So what do we do when we want to play a bit faster? The downstroke means we're stopping the stick, so we got to lift it, and that takes time. So it's if you remember what we did at the end of the last lesson, we did paradiddles. So we're doing paradiddles on downstrokes. Fine for certain tempo. These are all downstrokes, paradiddles. You should know these because you did lesson 1, right? So paradiddles all on downstrokes. So in other words, every time I lift my stick, or every time my stick lifts, it's me lifting it. But if we start to go faster, we have to start becoming gorilla man. So we devise a way of making the system work in our favor and playing more efficiently, and we got the rebound stroke. So now this system, stick and pad or stick and drum, is going to lift the sticks for us, and it's going to make us be able to play faster and more relaxed. So we're going to put in a little bit of effort and get a bit of effort back from the pad. Okay, more efficient system. So what is the rebound stroke? We're going to learn it by playing a full stroke, so full up, full down again, but we're not going to stop it this time. What we're going to do instead is, so we're going to open the fingers. We're going to open the fingers, can you see, like that, and let the stick go up, follow it up with the fingers, and this is why it's important to have an open grip. Okay, open grip, so we can get that stick lifting up. Full up, full down, and it's going to bounce up. So this wouldn't work if your grip was too tight. Even if you had an open grip but you were squeezing too much with the fingers, you would limit the movement. So I'm going to squeeze now, really squeeze, and my stick kind of stops there. Okay. If my hand is closed, then I'm not going to get rebound. I can still play a downstroke with a closed hand. Nice downstroke. Rebound, gets a bit stuck. Open hand, relaxed grip, and it bounces up. Almost to the same height as the height it started at. Starting height was full lift, 90 degrees. Bring it down. It bounces up pretty much to the original position. Not quite. Might be just helping it a bit along to exaggerate things for you. Left hand, full up, full down, rebound, and it wouldn't work if your thumb was too tight on the stick, if you were pushing down, because that's just going to stop the stick. It wouldn't work if your fingers were all gripping your stick and stopping it from moving, obviously. So we're going to bring it down. I'm going to use my wrist. Okay, I'm going to use my wrist to bring it down, and it's going to bounce off the pad, and I'm just going to let my thumb follow it up, and then I'm going to stop it at the top. You wouldn't normally do that, but just to show you how high it rebounds. So lift, down, lift, down, rebound, and it stops. There you go. Once again, pretty close to the starting point. So it might just be worthwhile before you do any of these exercises, just doing that, just taking your stick and just feel that. So get that that sense of what it's like to follow the stick up. And again, remember, we trying to learn something new, and when we're going to do it a little bit excessively in a bit of an exaggerated fashion. When you're playing, you're probably not going to rebound that high. When you're playing, you're going to be playing quicker notes. So, and you might want to play softer, but those are still rebound strokes. They're not down strokes. Okay. So if you want to just practice that a bit, switch me off and do that a while. But now I'm going to go into the exercise. In exercise letter A on the exercise, we're going to do a downstroke. My dog's making funny noises. Sorry. We're going to do a downstroke, a rebound stroke, and followed by a tap, because a rebound stroke doesn't make sense on its own. If you rebound and just leave the stick hovering in mid-air, you may as well play a downstroke and stop the stick. So the point of the rebound stroke is to prepare you for another downstroke, which we just use the fingers to knock in, use the thumb to tap in, or alternatively a whole series of multiple taps. So the first one was a rebound stroke, and then we just carried on tapping in that case. Alright, I'm going to get the old metronome going. I'm on 60 beats per minute, and here is A. All A is 1 and 2. Now we're going to lift the stick in preparation for rebound on and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 1 and 2 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 and so you'll see we did 4 rebound taps on the right hand, we did 4 rebound taps on the left hand. Let's do it again. Okay, after 2. 1 and 2 and rebound tap, lift, rebound tap, lift, rebound tap, lift, rebound tap, lift, rebound tap, and 1 and 1 and 1 and. Okay, you get the idea. And it's deliberately slow. It's slow so that you can experience the full rebound. If you're not getting it, it might help to speed it up slightly. It might be a bit weird to control it in such a slow manner. It's more for the demonstration for yourself, and so you can see what's going on here. Okay, I'm going to go on to number B, letter B, sorry. And now we're going to go rebound tap, same tempo. What I'll do is this, I'm going to stop it going 1 and 2 and I'm going to make it go 1 E and A. So we're just going to double this up. There we go. 1 E and A, 2 E and A. And now we're going to go rebound tap on 1 E. 1 E. And we're going to wait until the next bar, and we're going to lift on A, 1 E. Like so. So the first 2 bars are like this. And 1 E and a 2 E and a 1 E. So we lifted on A. Going in. A 1 E and a 2 E and a 1 E. A rebound tap. Rebound tap. Some people call the rebound tap open, closed, because you're opening your hand, you're closing your hand. Some people call it a tap and snap. Tap, snap. So we're kind of snapping the hand closed. Don't know. Some people maybe call it different stuff. We're going to call it the rebound tap. And so there's 2 bars like that, and then there's 2 bars of 2 of each, or rebound tap on each beat. 1 E and a 2 E and a 1 E and a 2 E. And then we do the same again on the left hand in the second line. So the whole exercise is 8 bars after 2. And 1 and 2 and 1 E and a 2 E, a 1 E and a 2 E, 1 E and a 2 E and a 1 E and a 2 E, a 1 E and a 2 E and a 1 E and a 2 E, a 1 E and a 2 E and a 1 E and a 2 E. Okay, real easy stuff. Just Just again, do it until you're comfortable doing that. And don't be scared to take a bit faster. You can take this up quite a bit. Once again, probably up to about 100 beats per minute. But you might have to come back and revisit this page as you start learning more and more exciting stuff, rudiments and all sorts of phrases and rhythms and timings. Just come back to this page every now and then and push the tempo up and condition yourself into playing these things a bit quicker too. Okay, and C, now we've done 2 notes on a hand, the rebound tap. Okay, obviously this is going to come into effect when we do the open rolls and mama dadders. But the other thing we need to learn is how to keep the stick bouncing. So our first note is the rebound open, and then we just carry on tapping in notes. I've mentioned this before, but remember you've got 2 modes of control in each hand. You've got a wrist control. This is not, I'm not bringing the arm into account, but you've got the wrist control and you've got the finger control. So you can do it each way, you can do a little bit of both. Like I say, your body will tell you what to do. And no 2 drummers are the same. Some drummers are very wrist orientated, wrist heavy drummers. Some drummers are very much more finger drummers. The important thing is that it's bouncing up. It's got to bounce up. It must be a rebound stroke. So for example, the first bar of C, we're going to do 1 E and a 2. All free strokes or rebound strokes. Rebound stroke, also called a free stroke. So these would be free strokes and these would be closed strokes. Closed strokes, I'm lifting the stick. Free strokes, the stick is open. It's moving by itself on the up. So, okay, so what I'll do, first bar of C, I'll do finger movement only. I'll go 1 E and a 2. And I'm going to stop on 2. So actually the last note is going to be a downstroke. We're going to stop the stick. So here it is, just fingers, eh? 1 E and a 2. I'm out of sync. 1 E and a 2. 1 E and a 2. So I went in with a bit of an action. And then I just kept the fingers going. But we can also do it with the wrist. That would look more like this. Now what I'm doing there is I'm primarily just driving the stick with that sort of action. But because my hand is open and I'm allowing rebound to happen, there's still the opening and closing of the hand. The fingers are still following the stick. So I'm driving it from the wrist, fingers are following. In the first example, fingers were driving and following. Okay, fingers driving, wrist driving. Okay, I hope you can see the difference. But play around with that. 2 very, very valid ways of controlling a drumstick. And you will always find the drummer will tend more towards one or the other. But remember, this exercise is about the rebound. Whether you're using wrist or fingers, get it bouncing. Okay, so let's carry on with C. So we're just going to go on the right hand, 1 E and a 2, and then on the left hand, 1 E and a 2, and then we're going to do, we're going to fill up 2 bars with quavers. This is in 2-2, by the way. Okay, so quavers, 4 on each hand. So 1 E and a 2 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a. We just practice that swinging from hand to hand, keeping it nice and light and bouncy. So here's C after 2, and 1 and 2 and 1 E and a 2, 1 E and a 2, 1 E and a 2 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a. And we just keep on doing that, over and over again. If you don't have a metronome that is giving you all these beeps on the E and A, or if you're not playing with a metronome because you accidentally flushed yours down the toilet or something, sorry, bad joke, then count out loud and count during the parts you're not playing too, because it's important that you keep time when there's silence in drumming too. So 1 E and a 2 E and a, we keep on counting when there's silence. We don't go 1E and a 2, 1E and a, keep it going. Keep the metronome going over in your mind. If you don't have the beep, 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 or whatever. Right, so that's C. In D, we're just going to take what we now just learnt in C, and we're going to run it over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 bars. We're going to have 4 on a hand, 8 on a hand, and then 16 on a hand. Okay, and it sounds like so. So D up to 2, and 1 and 2, and 1E and a 2E, and a 1E and a 2E, a 1E and a 2E, and a 1E and a 2E, and a 2E and a 1E and a 2E and a 1E, 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a... Okay, so we're just building up the number of times we're bouncing each stick in groups of 4s. Makes it easy to count. It actually comes very naturally. Once you've basically mastered that, the single tap rebound, you just got to keep on. Okay? And there should be no tension. You're not forcing it. We're not squeezing it. We're not trying to force our bodies to do it. We're just letting the system, like I said, the system of rebound work for us. That's what you've got to get out of this page. Okay. And there's one more exercise here. Just like in the last lesson, we learnt about the paradiddle in the last exercise. Now we're just going to look at the mama dada. Doubles, basically. And we're going to play 4 bars of quaver, 8th note, mama dada. And we're going to go 4 bars of 16th, or semi-quaver mama dada. And we're going to keep it all bouncing. Very, very important. Okay, here it is. E, and 1 and 2, and 1 and 2, 1 and 2, and 1 and 2, and 1 and 2, and 1E and a 2E, and a 1E and a 2, 1E and a 2E, and a 1E and a 2E, and you just keep on going on and on and on until that becomes real comfortable. And then when that's done, you just tweak that metronome up a little bit and keep on. So spend a lot of time on this one. You've got to be really comfortable with the rebound stroke. It's probably the foundation of what we do. Our side drumming is full of notes, and there's no point in fighting with the drumsticks, fighting with the drum. The rebound is your friend. It helps you. So that being said, I'll see you again in lesson 3, and I can't remember what's in lesson 3, but see you next time. Bye.